Hi everyone, Woody here. So for me, the journey in season 20 is coming to an end. This is it for me, and it's actually perfect timing. We have the PTR coming up that I'm gonna use to test all the new builds, make the guides and so on. And on the live servers, I'm gonna be done now. There's like, one or two more little things that I wanna try, but nothing really much. And yeah, for me, the season is over essentially. So this is it. And I just want to, show a little bit what we've done, what this season has been about, and it's been a crazy ride, I have to say. I have played a lot. I've 560 hours or so, which is the third most I've had. I had a little bit more in season 5 and season 6, where I was like at 600 each, or 650 or so. And otherwise, typically I played between like 200 and 300 hours in a season when I play more actively. And then I had like also some casual seasons where I did like 50 hours or so. So this is that, and I have used this time quite effectively, I'd say. I've done a lot of stuff. We've had pushes on all of the classes besides Crusader. We had the Demon Hunter 130, we had the Monk 140, we had the Barb 140, we had a Witch Doctor, which unfortunately never really got to a close. So this is still the 136 from 2 months ago, when I was like, in low paragon and bad gear and so on. Yeah, this was, I started pushing 140 at that time, and I never got to 140, and then I went up in paragons and better gear. So I started doing 141, and then I started doing 142, and then I started doing 144, and I never managed to clear any of those, and eventually I just deleted the character. So that was quite unfortunate. So, and yeah, Witch Doctor was supposed to be my main class, and this is actually the one that I never really finished. So a little bit of a sad story. But everything else has been going pretty well. I'm really proud, especially about the Barb, the Demon Hunter, and the Monk. All of these clears are nuts, and yeah, I'm really happy that I've done those. Especially the multi-shot, the 130 is really cool, I think. So this is that. The Monk is actually still rank 1 right now on European servers, so I'm also really proud about that. We have the Solar Wizard 133, which with Veers. Yeah, I didn't really care too much, so I just went for 133. I think I could fish up to 135 or so with my character, but it would be kind of the limit. Hydra definitely is a bit better here. Of course, we had the Blackthorns Necro tier 100. This one was also really cool. It was not really fun doing it, but having it done was a really cool experience, and I'm quite happy that I did. And a little bit of 4-man and so on, and that's about it. So yeah, we tried a bit, but I'm not really too invested in group pushing. So we'll see if I do any more when he convinces me. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah, we've also had the yellow item push with the Monk. I did the GR70, which I'm really happy about. So that was really fun. Just in general, these kind of like challenges that I set for myself, and also like some were coming from my Twitch chat. For example, the Blackthorns Necro push. That was really enjoyable. I will probably do more in the future like that, depending on what kind of ideas we have, what there is. Like not everything has to be like super try hard meta builds. I think I really enjoyed doing this like variety, and I'll probably also keep playing multiple classes throughout the next seasons. So depending on how much I play, how much time I have, I'll try to go for at least 2 or 3 or so every time, and I typically avoid going for the same build again. So when I play a Monk again, for example, I might go like Uliana push or something like that instead of the Tempest Rush again. But we'll see what I will do in the future. For now, it's going to be Demon Hunter and Necro for next season at least, and then whatever else I might be gearing. And this is about it. I think I can also show off a little bit of my items here that I collected this season. So you might have certainly seen this amulet here, which is like the craziest craft that I've ever done. And I made a video about this, and yeah, this was insane, and this carried me on my Monk and my Barb pretty heavily. And later on I also used it on my Demon Hunter push. So I used this amulet on 3 different classes, and also a little bit on Witch Doctor actually, when I tried some weird setups without Endless Walk. But yeah, this one is insane, and it's extremely hard to get such an amulet, so quite happy I got that one. And I have a bunch of like kind of meme yellow items with funny names that I want to show off here. So first of all, we found the Warcraft. I really like that one. I found the Trial, not just once, but also twice as a helm. and an amulet. So you might not know what the trial is, but before the Diablo season I started playing Volson, and I also made like some quite successful guides there and so on, a good build. And there is one item called the trial, which is the most sought after item. It's kind of like, you know, in the old days when you were hunting for like a Crider shot or something. Like it's a bit stronger than that, and it can be used in pretty much any build. And it's like a Gangdu gear exploding palm kind of item that completely obliterates most of the end game, and it's very, very strong. So I really like that I found that one. I was really happy when I found it on the ground, but it was just a fun. Yeah, some other stuff here is the Stalker. I like that one. We have the Quiver. I can only recommend, you know, for every single Demon build, always wear the Quiver. It's really amazing. We have a weird link, and we have the Blast, and not just once, but also twice. So there's a lot of blasting going on here. I really like that. We have the Weapon, which is a rare wizard hat. I like this one. We have Empty Flags, which, you know, is kind of fitting for this item called the Weapon. And you know, whatever other crappy items people might link to you just link it back. We have the Guide, the Myth. I like those two. Then we have the Final Ring. You know, it's kind of like it goes along with the Quiver, so you can you know, make like a crazy build out of those, I guess. So I have some other items here lying on the ground. I have 2 Primal Gazing Demises that I found from Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor was supposed to be my main class, so I invested a lot of materials into that. I gambled a lot of offense and so on. Unfortunately, both of them rolled like crap. We also have a Primal Arkstone for my Lon Lod build. So I found one of them at least. I just need 3 more. And yeah, too bad. But maybe next season I can complete the build. We'll see. And yeah, that's about it for like the show off, I guess. All the other stuff is on my profile, so if you want to check out the details, or like for my videos, typically I show my gear and so on at the end of my clears, at least for the final clears. And yeah, this is all there. So what will I do in the next weeks? It's gonna be a little bit of chill time for me. So I started right now already. I am playing a little bit of Sea of Thieves in the evenings right now on stream. So if you like that game, you can come check it out. And otherwise, I have planned to do a Subnautica playthrough, which is a game I wanted to try for a long time already. So this is coming up. Then there might be a little bit more variety. And obviously in a few days we have the PTR, so I'm going to do that. And then there's going to be the PTR patch probably like a week later. So, you know, until end of May or so, I'm going to be busy with that. I'm going to be releasing a lot of videos. And then I will probably also upload, you know, some of the variety highlights. And as far as my YouTube in general is concerned, I want to branch out a bit more into different categories. So it's not going to be entirely Diablo focused. You've already seen it. I have, you know, some kind of Volson videos. I definitely want to revisit Volson at some point when they release, you know, big updates and the first seasons and so on. I think that can be very fun. I'm going to make some guides for that as well and so on. And then whatever else I can make. So you've seen, you know, the kind of content I make now. I have like my typical build guides. I have my, you know, game mechanics guides. I have my kind of like highlight clips, a little bit of comedy, and then, you know, these kind of like challenges and so on. So this is kind of the direction we're going right now. And I hope you enjoy my content. Obviously not everyone is going to watch everything or like everything. I can totally understand. And I'm just releasing my stuff, and I hope people watch it. So as long as I can have some of you guys have a good time, I'm happy. And, you know, I'm just happy that, you know, it's going well with my YouTube channel. We are up to 8,000 subs actually. So overall, there has been a lot of support from everyone this season, which I'm really thankful for. The YouTube is going well. The Twitch is going well. I had lots of viewers, lots of like a good time just in general when I was streaming. I really enjoyed the season. It was a grind, and I did a lot of stuff, and I'm really happy. And also, like, people seem to like it. I went up to 340 Twitch subs at my peak. So this is by far the highest I've had. Before that, I think my highest count was like 120 or 130 or so. And yeah, the season has been a blast, you know, all the way. So I really hope you like that. And I'm going to be back with, you know, more Diablo stuff coming in season 21. Aside from like my YouTube and the little PDR that's gonna happen. But then, you know, now we're gonna slumber for like a month or so. So this doesn't mean that my YouTube content will come to a halt. I still have big plans. And you have seen me putting out a video every single day now for, I don't know, almost 3 months now. And I'm planning to continue that. Even though I'm going to have much less time now, I will try to keep up my schedule. And maybe there will be times where I'm not uploading much for, you know, like a few days or a week or something, because sometimes, you know, the time just doesn't allow it. But yeah, I'm planning to continue. I have a lot of ideas, a lot of stuff to show, a lot of guides to make, especially with the new season coming up, but also, you know, like more generic mechanics guides, gameplay guides, whatever. So there's a lot of stuff, and I can probably keep going for another few months, you know, with a daily release. And then when the PTR is over, I plan to do some PoE. So I'm probably going to be playing this for a few weeks. And I also want to start making some content for my YouTube for PoE. So I'm not exactly sure how we'll go about this, because when I stop playing Diablo, there's going to be, you know, less opportunities to actually make videos for Diablo. But for now, I still have a lot of stuff that I want to get out. I will probably like release it alongside each other. So I'm gonna be releasing PoE content and D3 content as long as I can. And then depending on what game I'm gonna be playing, I will probably release more videos for that than for the other, of course. So yeah, you just have to acknowledge that Diablo 3, even though we have no exciting new season coming up, and then there's gonna be like the big balance update in season 22. Afterwards, I don't think there's gonna be much more until Diablo 4. And, you know, there will be a time when Diablo will be really, really dead. And that time will happen probably relatively soon. So, you know, in like the next year or so, I expect that there's not going to be any updates anymore at some point after season 22. Maybe there's going to be like another fun season with a fun season theme. Maybe a couple, you know, buffs to something that wasn't caught in the big balance update in season 22. We'll see. I definitely want to do a sort of self-fun season at some point, and see what I can do with that. That's gonna be quite interesting. But yeah, eventually there will be a time when Diablo is just not exciting anymore, and we have to wait for Diablo 4. So in the meantime, I'll be focusing on Path of Exile. Path of Exile 2.0 is on the horizon, and I think that's gonna be an amazing game. If you haven't played Path of Exile yet, or maybe you've tried it in the past and you weren't really so excited, I can understand. It's a little bit different than Diablo, but we just have to acknowledge that Path of Exile is, you know, the leader in this genre, and there's a lot of things that can make the game fun. You know, you can play it in 1,000 different ways. There's much more variety than Diablo, and there's something for everyone. And if you like my stuff, my kind of style on YouTube, then I think you also like my Path of Exile content. And when D3, you know, kind of runs out of content and I don't want to play it anymore as well, then I will be focusing more on that until D4 comes out. So that's kind of like the general plan for the next like 2 or 3 years or so, depending on, you know, when those games actually come out. So we'll see. And then there might be like any kind of other ARPGs in the meantime, you know, the Wolsen, Lost Ark maybe, and there's also like Last Epoch coming up, and yeah, we'll see about those. So this is about it. I hope you liked my content. I hope you liked this video here. And with that, I can leave you with my final yellow item reveal, which fittingly has the name The End. So, hope you liked this video here, and I'll see you guys next time.